Ambassadors have presented their credentials. They handed over their credentials to President Mahinda Rajapaksa.
The presentation of credentials of the newly appointed ambassadors took place at the Presidential Secretariat. Sushil Chandra Amartya is the new ambassador for the Federal Democratic Republic of Nepal. France has also appointed a new ambassador. She is Christine Robicon. The new ambassador of the Republic of Bulgaria is Borislav Kirillov-Kostov. Sudan's new ambassador is Khidir Harun Ahmed. The newly appointed ambassador of the Republic of Serbia is Jovan Minlovic. Terhi Hakala is another new ambassador. She comes from the Republic of Finland.
Nominations for general elections are now being accepted. The polls will be held to elect Sri Lanka's 7th Parliament. Representatives of several political parties handed in nominations today for several districts. Nominations of candidates of political parties and independent groups are being accepted at district secretariats. All political parties and independent groups should hand in nomination before 12 noon on the 26th of this month. Independent groups can place deposits also until the 26th. 225 members will be elected at the polls. 196 will be directly elected from votes cast by the public, while the balance 29 will be selected from the national lists. The election campaign in the Gampaha district will be staged, setting an example to the entire country. This is the observation made by the Gampaha District Freedom Alliance leader Basil Rajapaksa.
Basil Rajapaksa, the senior presidential advisor, is heading the Freedom Alliance for the forthcoming parliamentary elections in the Gampaha district. Nominations of the district were inked at an auspicious time this morning at the Presidential Secretariat. The event took place amidst the blessings of multi-religious leaders. The signing took place in the presence of Freedom Alliance General Secretary and Minister Sushil Premchand. The Gampaha district list comprises 21 candidates. Basil Rajapaksa entered Parliament in 2007. He is also the President's senior advisor. He took the lead in making the Mahinda Chintana a reality, launching the Jatika Savya Gamanaguma program. It will be possible to secure a comfortable victory in the north and east due to the significant service he has been discharging in the two provinces, particularly for the benefit of the Tamil polity for their betterment. Heading the Presidential Task Force, he rendered an enormous service with dedication under the Eastern Resurgence and Nuturu Vasante programs. The people are already reaping dividends of these projects.
Staging processions is banned. This ban is being enforced from today. It will be effective until the 15th of April. Senior DIG Elections Gamini Navaratna pointed out that a total ban will be effective on the staging of processions or demonstrations up to the 15th of April. Nominations were being accepted at 20 district secretariats. The deadline for acceptance of nominations is 12 noon on the 26th of this month. Security has been stepped up in all 20 administrative districts on the advice of the Elections Commissioner, taking into consideration the past incidents. The ban is enforced under Section 69 of the Elections Act No. 1 of 1981. DIG Navaratna stressed that only authorized persons will be permitted to enter the offices of the returning officers. He urged the cooperation of all concerned for the conduct of a free and fair election. Inquiries are still in progress to recover more cash of Danuna Tilakaratna.
Dhanuna Tilakaratne, the son-in-law of Sarath Fonseca, is accused of supplying military hardware through his firm, submitting fraudulent information when Sarath Fonseca was the army chief. The CID has yet to trace Dhanuna Tilakaratne. The Colombo magistrate has already issued an arrest warrant. The CID has succeeded in examining 4 safety lockers maintained by Dhanuna Tilakaratne's mother in a private bank in Colombo. $527,000, 100 sterling pounds and 15 million rupees in local currency were recovered from these vaults. Ashoka Tilakaratne, the mother of Dhanuna Tilakaratne, had told the CID that she had kept the cash in the vaults at the request of Sarath Fonseca. She was enlarged on bail after being produced before the magistrates' court in Mount Lavinia. The police said yesterday that about 12 million rupees was also recovered from 2 more bank accounts of Dhanuna Tilakaratne. Meanwhile, latest police reports point out that the CID, during an examination of a bank account of Ashoka Tilakaratne, had detected about 4 million rupees more. The inquiry teams are facing an issue of as to how such a weight of cash can be possessed by a family which earned an average income. Attention is being drawn as to why Sarath Fonseca had entrusted the cash to Ashoka Tilakaratne instead of giving it to his wife Anuma Fonseca. Inquiries are in progress to determine whether Dhanuna Tilakaratne possessed more cash in local as well as foreign banks. Informed sources said that assistance of Interpol is to be sought in this respect.
You're watching Prime News, and still here at home, young men and women who can compete and transact with the modern world should be molded from villages. This is the determination expressed by President of Tarunya Tehetak organization, Namal Rajapaksha. Namal Rajapaksha said that more factories will come up in the villages in the future. Jobs will be generated, school education strengthened, and computer education improved in the villages. He pointed out that youngsters who can compete with the new world should be molded from the villages. This, he added, was their challenge. Namal Rajapaksha was addressing a meeting held at Ridiyagama in Ambalantota. Minister Chamal Rajapaksha was among those present. Journalist Lasantha Wickrematunge has been recognized by the International Press Institute as a hero for freedom of the press. The institute said it was naming Lasantha Wickrematunge, who was the editor of the Sunday Leader newspaper, as an IPI World Press Freedom Hero. Mr. Wickrematunge was shot dead on January 8, 2009. IPI Director David Dadge said that Mr. Wickrematunge will be among 60 World Press Freedom Heroes honored in a ceremony in September. The Board of Investment has given approval for investors, including a Hong Kong firm, to set up clothing factories for export. In a statement, the BOI said it has signed an investment agreement for 35 million rupees with Interfashion Limited, a firm sponsored by Banke Textile Asia of Hong Kong. It will manufacture high-value ladies' formal wear. The company expects to operate with a 60,000 production capacity a month. The production facility is located at Nuwara in the Central Hills. It will provide initial employment for a workforce of 250, which is expected to be increased up to 1,200. The BOI also said it signed another investment agreement with Trendywear Adhikarigama. It will invest 315 million rupees to put up a plant to manufacture ladies' high-fashion garments for the export market. The company will provide initial employment for a workforce. It is expected to be increased up to 1,500. All students who apply to study in the UK under Tier 4 of the point-based system must possess a confirmation of acceptance for studies from the sponsor. This is effective from the 22nd of this month. The announcement has been made by the British High Commission in Colombo. This will replace the visa letter for overseas Tier 4 applications. The CAS contains information about the course of study for which it has been issued and the student's personal details. Like the visa letter, the CAS will become invalid if not used to make a visa application within 6 months of issue. Holding a valid CAS does not guarantee that a student's application will be successful. Students must meet the requirements of Tier 4 and the immigration rules. The British High Commission said anyone may hold several CASs issued by different sponsors. However, only one can be used to apply for a Tier 4 visa. That's a check on the news here at home. The latest international news